just so they can recognize it, and you could more or less have a plan. So when you know how many, let's say, whether you want to do it online, whether you want to do it on television or at an event, what you want to do is have a plan when this is going to go out, how this is going to co-brand with other companies. Apple sometimes when there's an Apple event, if they're sponsoring it, they'll make sure they have their shirts out there, hats, giveaways. Apple, they don't want to be confused with Linux or whatever. So they're competing. You go to events and then you see something. You go to events where they must have Apple must have their products more visible than, this has been a battle going on with equity. And that's the term equity we're going to run over a few times. Equity means everything that stands for and what they stand for, the good and the bad. Just like Toyota had a good brand equity, it was a little bit on the rocks because the cars were running away with you. And they had to, this is social media branding, right? And it's a combination of two things we talked about. What are they?
Logo, target, name brand?
No.
Logo types or icon.
Right. That's a combination of logo types, linked, how to use the lettering, which is for LinkedIn, it's dark and heavy, and Facebook is white on is that purple or blue?
That's blue.
It's supposed to be blue, but it looks purple here. Twitter.
I can see that.
Twitter has their funny, bubbly,
Giant tube things.
Sometimes, some people love, it doesn't matter, but as long as it looks different, you know what it is in the flash, you go right to Twitter. Now, why would you think they would do lettering and icons? What would the icon be good for?
So then they don't have to do the icon and the lettering separate, they
Right.
just put their name that looks different.
Right, and in some cases, why would they use just the icon?
Because when you're paying for advertisements, you want just the icon so you don't have to pay for more space.
Save space. Also, it's powerful when it's separated. With icon, well, YouTube is not a good example of that, but if I got the Twitter logo by itself on a page with other little icon logo, you know exactly what that belongs to. Same thing with Facebook's logo and LinkedIn. I don't know if LinkedIn is the right thing, but that N, when I see that N by itself, I know that's LinkedIn. So, use the best medium to represent whatever you do. I know of a student who was in the apparel industry, and he used blogs, and he used, wherever he was at an event, he would blog all his friends and said, this event's happening, come join me. And he would kind of go to remote places where something was going down. Now, he was into designing t-shirts, right? So when people would show up, one, they knew they were going to get a t-shirt. Two, they were going to be at a happening. He was promoting that and using the fact that he could gather a lot of people at an event for sponsors. They said, wow, you could pull together 300 or 400 people on short notice? We'll endorse you, because we'll put our products out there and co-brand with you. So that's the power of social media for branding as well. Visual key images, write this down. Use 3 key images, 3 key words, and 3 key resources that would work for your brand.